Hi, everyone. So, continuing kind of, I guess it's almost like a series. I did a video on the top 100 albums of the 80s from Rolling Stone. And by the way, the main purpose of these videos is not how these sites rank the albums. I could care less what they think of, their rankings. But it's just, a way to gather up some of the most popular albums from the 80s or 70s and for me to talk about them and let you know if I ever heard them or not or owned them on vinyl back in the day. So here we go, the 70s. Yeah, so this is Pitchfork's opinion on the best albums of the 70s. I'm sure it's missing a few great albums, but here we go. I wonder if Sparks will be in the list this time. So, Brian Eno, Before and After Science, I think I heard that album, but I never bought it myself. But I remember liking it a lot. Of course, Neil Young, After the Gold Rush, I had. Great album. I've heard Rock Bottom by Robert Wyatt. I've never had it, though. Never had that album. The Harder They Come. Various artists from the movie. I never bought The Idiot by Iggy Pop. Yes, I have. Believe it or not, Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti probably might be besides the Beatles' White Album, my favorite double album of all time. And my favorite Led Zeppelin album. Never had Starless and Bible Black. My older brother did, though. I've got Discipline and In the Court of the Crimson King on CD. I never had Jimi Hendrix's Band of Gypsies. So far, it's not going too well, is it? For what I owned. Yep, I've got Kraftwerk, The Man Machine, although I prefer Autobahn and Radioactivity. Yeah, and I did buy that on vinyl back in the day, too. Never bought this. I heard it a few months back, and I did not like it at all. Never had that album. Fila Cuddy. I don't know how you pronounce that. I apologize. Somebody will correct me. Yes, Devo. I bought that when it came out, and I still have it today on CD. Love it. Nope, never bought Giorgio Moroder, but of course he produced Sparks' Number One in Heaven in 1979, and one of my all-time favorite albums. No, I have their debut, but I've never even heard that, For Your Pleasure. Yeah, Blue, I have. Yes, Wire. A big fan of Wire. I have their first 3 albums. I should get more of them, actually, but great album. I had that on vinyl. I've had it, I think I had it on CD at one point, but great album. No, never had Raw Power. I have the Stooges' first 2 albums that were gifted to me, and that's it. And Iggy Pop's greatest hits. Yes, I have. All Things Must Pass. Yes, I have David Bowie, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Yes, Hunky Dory. I have every David Bowie CD. Yep, Randy Newman, Sail Away. Big fan. Nope. Yes, Aladdin Sane. Great album. I used to have Blondie on vinyl, Parallel Lines, great album. Yeah, Houses of the Holy. Not my favorite Led Zeppelin album, but still great. I've never owned a Leonard Cohen album, although I do like him. Just never bought his albums. I bought that when it came out. Great debut album, although I don't own it on CD. I had Red on vinyl back in the day, and I'd love to have it on CD. No, never. I think I had James Brown's Greatest Hits at one point, but none of his studio albums. Speaking of Pink Floyd, today or tomorrow on my big channel, Canadian Studmuffin, I'm doing a video called Does This Album Suck? And I'm doing The Dark Side of the Moon. Nope, never even heard of it. Nope, Herbie Hancock, Headhunters. Yes, I have Pink Floyd's Metal, one of my favorite Pink Floyd albums. I wouldn't say I'd never heard, but I've never owned any Big Star albums, although I really liked the documentary I saw on them that was on Netflix a couple of years ago. Yep, Neil Young on the Beach, I have, great album. I might have owned, now that I think of it, I might have owned Lust for Life at some point on vinyl, but not on CD. Never heard of Cluster. Yep, The Cars, great album. Never owned Surf's Up, but I've heard it. Very good album. Yep, I have that. And of course, Sean Lennon and Yoko Ono gifted me the box set of that a couple of years ago. Probably my favorite John Lennon solo album. Ramones, I have the first 3 Ramones albums on CD. And yeah, back in the day when there was a new Ramones album, I'd buy it right away. I don't know if I have that one. I've got like a 5 CD pack besides Bitches Brew, but I don't think I have that album. Yeah, Paul Simon, one of my favorites. Great songwriter. I want to get that. Can. Future Days. Nick Drake. I've listened to him on Spotify and I like it, but I don't have him on CD. Yes. Big fan of CCR. I have all of their albums on CD. Nope. Yes, I think I have about 15 Elvis Costello albums on CD, and back in the day, every album that came out I would buy on vinyl. I had that on CD, and somehow it went missing, and I need to get it again. But I bought that when it came out on vinyl, and I loved it right away. Never bought that. Tim Buckley. Nope. 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 Yes, Talking Heads. Big fan of Talking Heads. Although that's a great album, but my favorite is Fear of Music. Yeah, I have The Clash, all of their albums. I have the box set. Great debut album. I don't think I ever bought that on vinyl, but I bought, Thriller and Bad and Dangerous. But I don't have any Michael Jackson on CD. No, never bought the specials, but I like their music. Everybody had Fleetwood Mac Rumors on vinyl. I need to get it on CD again. I had that. I even had it on CD, but it was damaged when we had a flood. So I need to get it again. I also was a fan of Jonathan Richman's solo career. Used to buy his albums on vinyl. Never bought Suicide. Yep, XTC Drums and Wires, along with Black Sea, my favorite two XTC albums. They're great. Yep, My Aim is True. Yes, Wish You Were Here. Nope. I guess Sparks isn't even on this list for the 70s. I never owned Saturday Night Fever, but I like some of the songs. Yep, Why Are Chairs Missing? Great album. Yeah, I've got that on CD, but I rarely play it. It's not one of my favorite Pink Floyd albums. It's good though, but yeah, my favorite Talking Heads album, Fear of Music. Yes, I've got On the Corn. I love that album. Yes, I got into Can in the last few months, and it's the only album I own at the moment, but I definitely want to get more of their albums. I think most people have the Beatles, Let It Be, including me. Led Zeppelin 3, yeah, great album. My cat's meowing. The only Stevie Wonder I owned on vinyl was Songs in the Key of Life. Great album. I want to get that new. I've heard that on Spotify and I like it. No, never owned any Brian Eno albums, as I said before. Ramones, yep. I bought that when it came out on vinyl. Love it. Yeah, Wire, Pink Flag, their debut album. Great album. Nope. Yep. My favorite, though, is The Slider, the follow-up to Electric Warrior. Yeah, I've got that on CD. Yeah, I want to get that one. Can. Yep, Bitches Brew. I've got that on CD, but I never had it. I never had any Miles Davis on vinyl. No, never got into Funkadelic, but I've heard it. It's a very good album. No, never got into Buzzcocks. Yep. And I just bought the new double CD of the remix. Yep. I love all four of the first four Velvet Underground albums. Nope. Yep, I got that on CD. It was gifted to me. A very fun listen. Yep. Exile on Main Street. Top 10. Nope. Another green world. No, just, I know their music. Just, I don't know. Just no interest in them. I would like to get Gang of Four. I've heard some of their music, but I've never owned them on CD or vinyl. Yeah, I think everybody has Led Zeppelin 4. No, I don't own that one, but I did have it on vinyl back in the day. Bob Dylan. I think I had that on vinyl at some point, but I really like Bob Dylan, but I'd rather listen to other music. I never owned that, but I have their greatest hits, a double CD of their greatest hits. They are great. Yeah, I owned that on vinyl. Wasn't one of my favorites though. I liked it, but so what's number 2 and number 1? Yep, The Clash, London Calling. That's funny because the video I did on the 80s, Rolling Stone's top 100 albums of the 80s, somebody mentioned that there were a few albums that were released in 1979, including London Calling. It was released in late December of 1979, so at least it's on the proper list this time. My favorite, though, is Sandinista. What is number 1 for the 70s? Paul McCartney, Band on the Run. There hasn't been any Paul McCartney. There was no Paul McCartney? That's kind of silly. And no Sparks. So, but David Bowie Low, great album. Can't argue with that. So yeah. I'm sure there's lots of great albums from the 70s missing, but still kind of fun to go through these lists and see what I have heard and what I haven't. So that's it. What are some of your favorite 70s albums? Let me know. Thanks for watching and have a great day.